How do I stay positive even with misery of this world? There are a lot of things going on, like bad diseases, death, wars, financial issues, mental health issues, heartbreaks, loneliness, environment getting damaged, people are suffering, etc. When I think about it all, I really can't look at the positive side. Just the negatives outweigh the positives, and it all makes me feel depressed and not want to do anything. Someone said, "Don't watch or read the news. Delete socials, focus on yourself, and start new thing or sport." Positivity isn't always the right goal. Sometimes the world is genuinely heavy, and focusing optimism on top of that just creates different kind of exhaustion. What's helped me more than positivity is meaning, finding small things that matter, regardless of larger chaos. A good conversation, something made with their hands, someone helped in a small way. Meaning survives bad news better than happiness does. Yeah, man, you gotta. I agree with that one. This one, for me, requires near spiritual intervention for myself. A lot of mindfulness, reflecting alone, includes boundaries and overcoming news stories. Lifestyle changes include gratitude and accepted skills and building in positives. Blah, blah, blah. This person is long, long winded. It's a very long response to such a short question. Actual recipe 7060 says get off news for a few days. That's the algorithm doing it, what it does. Someone else said living out of spite, laugh out loud, getting angry at life, not letting anything stop you from the happiness you deserve. Although it's easier to said than done, negatives always seem a bit harder than positives. Focus on self, friends, family. Most of the negative is there, has always been there, and will forever be there. You need to intentionally set what you pay attention to. Don't overconsume news. Social media is meant to be polarizing. Someone else who was very long winded said, the thing about these news stories is they hijack your emotional capability that could more effectively be used elsewhere. Get angry about this, feel sad for these people, etc. Why not spend the same emotional energy caring for people in need and adding good to the world? Express those values in a positive direction rather than letting the negative consume you. Um, okay, so the type of person that wrote this question in the first place, they are not even capable of helping themselves. So the first the first thing they should do is try to help themselves first before they help anybody else. And you cannot. This person's not going to change the world. I'm sorry, they're not. They're not the type of person to change the world. The type of person that is out there changing the world has been trying to change the world since the beginning of their existence, and they've been a social justice warrior since they were in the sandbox. So that's not this person that says, how do y'all stay positive when with misery of this world? Um, which is fine. I'm not the type of person that's going to save the world either, actually. So yeah, but the thing is, there is good in the world. It's not all bad. Um, and it's actually quite simple to change your mindset and stay positive when you're first even aware that you're not positive. That's the first step. And this person's on the right track. They're actually reaching out and saying, how do I stay positive in this world? They are actively like aware that they're a negative Nancy, and they probably have people around them telling them to stop being so negative, or watching people being so happy in their lives and they're wondering, how can you smile right now? Like, the world is ending. There's wars, there's presidents, there's leaders, there's, hatred and suffering. So with that, the first thing that you have to do now, since you are aware and conscious of the reality of the world in the state that it's in, You gotta be grateful for what you have right now. And people think that it's easy, and it's not. And people that think it's difficult, it's so easy. Let me tell you how. First of all, it's difficult because it's a habit now that you have to implement in order to make this work. You understand? There's a book called Atomic Habits, and there's so many great ideas and suggestions on how to create and build habits. But first thing is you need to associate it with something that you do every day naturally anyway. So this is the easy part. Okay? This is how you do this easily. You're going to spend a very small amount of time practicing gratitude and a very routine part of your day. So my suggestion to you is to do this practice while you brush your teeth. And my hopes are that you brush your teeth every day. I would hope that for you, because yes, the world is miserable with people that don't brush their teeth. But when you wake up in the morning, while you're brushing your teeth for those 2 minutes, hopefully, um, think about what you're grateful for and actively say it in your head. And this is your gratitude time in the morning, brushing your teeth. You got to do it. Go brush your teeth right now, actually, because it is okay to brush your teeth more than once or twice a day. And while you're brushing, think about what you're grateful for. I'm grateful for this toothbrush. I'm grateful I have a toothbrush and I can brush my teeth. There are so many people in the world that do not have a toothbrush and they can't brush their teeth. I'm grateful to have a place to go where I need to brush my teeth in the first place in order to interact with people. I'm grateful that I have a voice where I can talk to people and I have to brush my teeth so that I don't offend them. I'm grateful that I have teeth right now so that I can chew and eat food. I'm grateful that I have teeth and I'm brushing them so my teeth will be white and I can smile. I'm grateful for the ability to smile. People are out there, scar victims that can't even smile. People with nerve damage that can't even smile. People that have had. Anyways, back to what I was saying because my phone cut off. But the gratitude, that's honestly it's the only way to even change your perspective on how beautiful this life is, because it is so beautiful. And once you stop and start paying attention to all of the good that is going on in your world and in your life, man, it's hard to focus on the negative. You're going to get into that practice. You're going to do it for 1 minute while you're brushing your teeth, and then find another time that you're doing something that you always do, whether it's walking down the stairs every time you take the stairs, every time you're leaving the house in the morning. I'm grateful for this. I'm grateful for that. I'm grateful I'm alive right now. Like, honestly, if you woke up today, you have something to be grateful for. So that is my advice to you in finding the positive in this world that is so full of corruption and negative situations happening to good people and bad people, is to focus on what is good in your life right now. Let that highlight your day, and I promise you it will get better. You don't have to write online and ask people how to think for you. You'll be able to do it on your own. Okay. Nobody asked for this, so bye.